一同合唱ナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマンダーブナマ Namanda, Namanda, Smalai Hai.無料儒教儒聖言阿願尊世願
For the Buddhist Church, the Shotsuki Name for the month of May are Fukano Tea, Okada K, Tokumoto F, Kishiue D. Father Buddhist Church, the Shotsuki name for the month of May are Hirasuna Tatsuji, Nakatsukasa Hitoshi, Yoshimoto Katsuo, Yoshimoto Kai, Miyaki Yuki, Mukai Tokuchi, Shinkawa Daigoro, Sakai Natsuye, Masui Shizuyo, Nakamura Kumaichi, Komoto Tojiro, Matsuoka Eiichiro, Oba Sayo, Shimamoto Ito, Kamikawa Koichi, Ideta Kitaro, Sakoda Kaichi, Hashimoto Yukie, Tanaka Yoshitaro, Kataoka Yoshikazu, Okamura Ayako, Yoshida Hitoshi, Nakamura Douglas, Taketa Mary, Asakawa Fumie, Kimura John, Tokubo Mariko, Iwamoto Jun Douglas, Nakashige Lilian Yuriko, Higuchi Takashi, Kageura Seiichi, Uemura Hatsuso, Shimizu Stone Joyce, Hiteyo, Kubose Don, Nakayama Pete Hitoshi, Kataoka Yoshiko. Fresno Betsin Buddhist Temple, the Shotsuki name for the month of May are Abraman John, Akaba Naoto, Aoki Mitsuyoshi, Arakawa Toyoko, Araki Kenso, Araki Michael, Arata Don, Doizaki Keiji, Fukugawa George Izumi, Fukuda Mitsuye, Fukuda Seishiro, Goishi Henry, Hamachi Sakube, Hamada Hajime, Hamada Jin, Hamamoto Yasufumi, Hamasaki Tsutomu, Hara Takichi, Haramoto Fujie, Hashimoto Kazumi, Hashimoto Senzo, Hatake Shigeo, Hatayama Aiko, Hatayama Narumi, Hayashi Yojiro, Hugh Kevin Lindsay, Hiramatsu Yaematsu, Hirasuna Alice Akie, Hirasuna Matsuye, Hirata George, Hirose Yaichi, Hiroyasu Joyce, Hishida Shizuka, Hiyama Mariko, Honda Shusaku, Hoshiko Harumi, Hoshiko Torata, Ibara Kazuko, Ida George, Ikeda Kazumi, Imai Keizo, Inahara Hyakuzo, Inami Jennifer Satsuki, Inoue Alan, Inoue Teruko, Iwatsubo Grant, Kagawa Takeo, Kajikawa Shunpei, Kamikawa Koichi, Kanesaki Donald, Kasamatsu Yukio, Kataoka Tsunetaro, Kataoka Yoshiko, Kato Shunsaku, Kawaguchi Wilson, Kawamoto Kyozo, Kawamoto Victor, Kawasaki Ujiro, Kimura Hana, Kitano Joseph Hiroshi, Koda Yoshitsugu, Kodama Toshimi, Koga Toshiyuki Tom, Komoto Katsuro, Konishi Harry Shigeo, Kondo Kazuyo, Kubo Jintaro, Kubo Ruth Masako, Kumai Seisaku, Kumasaki Miyosaku, Kumashiro Suyeyo, Kunitake Roy Susumu, Kurisu Haya, Kurisu Jisuke, Kuwamoto Satoshi, Kuruyama Masayoshi, 丸山新吉、丸山正義、増井静代、増本アラン明義、松永千と、三崎克美、三崎高見、宮川真一、三宅春人、三宅梅代、宮本ゲリー、水谷次太郎、モブリー・ケネス・マイコ、森茂子、森下ドラ、森脇健太郎、元吉幸丸、向井メリー、村上俊三、永田ヘリー、永田伊平、永田信夫、内藤光右輪、中川綱夫、中川梅吉、中本純一、中村熊一、中村テリーミネオ、南波綾子、南波勇、ユンエン・リョン、新野朝代、新野千代子、新野博士、西田キク、西田ミルトン、新田ジェームス常太郎、尾形栄久郎、大橋正幸、岡田マルコム、岡田メリー、岡田増家、岡田高代、岡田義俊、岡崎ベリーすみえ、岡崎キャスリン、岡野木文九郎、奥山金蔵、お町ジョージ初夫、音痴リリー、音海蔵、音高尾、坂本節子ジョージ、坂本トーマス節夫、佐古正子、三尾ジョージ、正島新、佐々木玉木、佐藤フランクリン、サウンダー梅代、関本秀夫、関根照、瀬戸桃江、新川匠、新川義雄、新宅美沙白石俊樹、須田博夢、周尾幹夫、立野和夫、立野正夫、平菊夫、高橋デニス、武田照子、竹本春子、竹下ジェーン、竹下澄代、竹本松野、滝川翔太郎、玉木正和、田村義恵、田中幸雄、田中梅吉、丹下健二、谷口太郎兵、田島真希、田島幹恵、辰村真一、徳本静子、徳永武雄、都内佐太郎、都内豊、月田正信、塚本誠一、植木梅子、浦田エドワード学、宇都宮要、植木ジェームス、上丸子幸恵、上丸子弥一、上村初嘘、上村俊恵、上村善太郎、鷲谷茂雄、渡辺炭治郎、渡辺谷代、矢光杉子、山田アレス、山田和夫、山田節、山田忠一タド、山際二郎、山際義恵、山口菊江、山本ペン、山本吹子、山本吉野、山村ルイス、山崎アル杉尾、山崎澄子、山下ジェリーケンジ、安田光夫、横田アン、横田栄、横山チェスター茂、米山智太、米沢良三郎、吉川公子、吉川ルース八重子、吉本勝夫、吉岡藤吉、吉岡俊恵、結城仁、湯面善一、湯山健二、湯山 Mark. Pali Buddhist Church, the Shotsuki name for the month of May are 流炭治郎、久保ベイビー、高山みこと山中小太郎、砂田宮市、山本忠義、よとり和夫、西村リリー、倉本リンダ、田中恵香、土井東一、土井ベリ清野、高田しなよ、八谷君よ、木本ラウフ、有福虎尾太、香川静江、西村トム、山城岩尾東郷、高野久家、湯川ジョン、岡田ジョージ、菅井恵子、古本ロイ、流れフレッド。Weekly Buddhist Church, the Shotsuki name for the month of May are Abe Katsuji, Antoku Dorsey Katsuko, Hanemoto Haruichi, Matsuoka Helen, Hamada Yuk, Hashimoto Junzo, Arakawa Tsurutaro, Arakawa Shizuye, Asakawa Fumie, Hatanaka George Masato, Hiyama Mariko, Hosaka Chiyo, Ikeda Shinichi, Iwanaga Henry Hiroshi, Kai Tsunoru, Iwasaki Harry Hako, Kawagoe Fumi, Sanders Umeyo, Kawamoto Waka, Kawamoto Setsuko, Kawamoto Ken, Kubota Gunzo, Yamada Clarence, Hashimoto Toshi, Miyakawa Tsuyako Su, Miyamoto Ryo, Nishida Kenneth, Hirasuna Matsuye Nancy, Okamura Masao, Kubo Jintaro, Kubo Kaizo Jill, Sakata Bobby, Yamamoto Tadayoshi, Sugai Keiko, Sasaki Kaichiro, Takanishi Kinue Kei, Takanishi Ayano, Shinkawa Takumi Joe, Takasaki George, Takasaki Satomi, Noji Yukimi, Ideue Tsuneko, Toyota Masutaro, Toyota Katsutaro, Kimoto Ralph Tatsumi, Komoto Rose, Morikawa Naoemon, Kurokawa Yasu, Kurokawa Izo, Yamada Imachi, Yamada Tomiko, Yamada Bel Fumio, Yamada Robert Minoru. Visalia Buddhist Church, the Shotsuki name for the month of May are Yasuda Uhachi, Takasaki Satomi, Kajioka Kane, Takeda Sumie, Kuwamoto Michiko, Matsuda Mitsuyo, Kawagoe Fumi, Maeda Hatsuyo, Imoto Mike, Hatai Toshio, Sakaeda Fred, Sasaki Shieko, Miyahara Fusae, Nita James Tsunetaro. Please, everyone rise to the reading of the three treasures. Please join me, Gasho. Fortunate, easy to be born into human life. Now we are living it. Rare, easy to encounter the teachings of the Buddha. Now we hear it. If we do not seek the truth of the Dharma in this life, in what life shall we find it? Let us reverently take refuge in the three treasures of the truth. I take refuge in Buddha. May we all together absorb into ourselves the principle of the way to enlightenment and awaken within us our highest aspiration. I take refuge in Dharma. May we all together be submerged in the depths of the Dharma and gain wisdom as deep as the ocean. I take refuge in Sangha. May we all together become united in true accord, in a life of harmony, in a spirit of universal brotherhood, freed from the bondage of selfishness. Even through ages of myriad of kalpas, hard it to hear such an excellent, profound, and wonderful teaching. Now we are able to hear and receive it. Let us thoroughly understand the true meaning of Tathagata's teachings. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Please, everyone, be seated.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Today, I'd like to talk a little about the Dharma of Mahayana Buddhism, which is the basis of our Jodo Shinshu Buddhism. What the Buddha calls the Dharma is fundamentally different from what is called religion. What the Buddha called Dharma is similar to what theologians call religion, but there is no greater affinity between the two. On the other hand, there are very significant differences between the two. On this account, some theologians do not recognize the Buddha Dharma as a religion. There is no need to regret this for us. The loss is on theirs. It does no harm to the Dharma of the Buddha at all. Rather, it just shows what is lacking in the religion. When we learn the teachings of the Buddha, the first thing we need to know is how the Buddha guided people. How the Buddha guided the people. Buddha's guidance was unique and unparalleled in other religions. Good introductory books in each Buddhist countries almost always put on the following explanation as a way of manifestation of the Buddha Dharma at the beginning portion. First, this is the Chinese. First, Taiki Seppo. Taiki Seppo. That means the best suitable expression of the teaching for the target person. The best suitable expression of the teaching for the target person. And second, Rinki Ohen. That means the best suitable action according to circumstances. The best suitable action according to circumstances. And third, Obyo Yoyaku. That means that the Buddha teaches and leads according to people's way of life. Just like a doctor give medicine according to disease. They all say the same thing of a Buddhist way, Buddha's way. Therefore, attention must be paid especially to the fact that the Buddha shared his teachings, taking into account each people's own conditions. There is a record of a funny story. Two disciples of Buddha were having a dispute during Buddha's funeral. Two disciples started the dispute at the funeral of the Buddha. One disciple said, Buddha said that the people must eat a lot. And the other said, no, Buddha said that the people must eat less. When asked carefully, the first disciple explained that he was once very thin, and the Buddha cared about his health, told him to live a disciplined life, increase his appetite, and eat a lot. And the other disciple told that he was once very fat, and the Buddha cared about his health, told him to live a disciplined life, control his appetite, and eat less. Yeah, simply, both of them were just taught by the Buddha according to their respective conditions. Their dispute was just nonsense. But this story is more than just funny. Today, in the 21st century, 24,000 sutras are passed down in the Buddhist tradition after 2,700 years. It is no exaggeration to say that the contents of those sutras are all different. Some draw completely contradictory conclusions, and in other cases, the Buddha's recommended practice method of training is the exactly opposite. Why is that so? Remember a phrase, the best suitable expression of the teaching for the target person. The best suitable expression of the teaching for the target person. Just because of the reality of the person who had been receiving the guidance in the presence of the Buddha was different. The human conditions of the subject of each scripture are different as such, because the location of the problems that each one of us had is different. Then Buddha guided each one to definitely head for Buddhahood. After revealing the most crucial problems that each follower has. When we hear the word Taikiseppo, the best suitable expression of the teaching for the target person, we immediately remember well-known story of Kisa Gotami, a female disciple of the Buddha. Kisa Gotami had a baby boy, but died suddenly. She couldn't accept the death of her baby, and after his death, he kept holding his body and asked each person she met to give this child some medicine. Give this child some medicine. Her sorrow was so great that many thought she had lost her mind. Then an old man told her to see the Buddha. The Buddha told her that he could bring the child back to life if she could find white mustard seeds from a family where no one had died. Kisa Gotami desperately went from house to house in the city, but to her disappointment, she could not find any single house that had not suffered the death of the family member. Finally, the realization struck her that there is no house where the death never visited. She buried her child and returned to the Buddha. What Shakyamuni Buddha asked Kisa Gotami, "Did you get the mustard seed?" Kisa Gotami replied, "I'm fine with no mustard seed. I well understand that death is not for only my child. O Buddha, O serene, O free, please tell me how to live in my life from now on." Buddha comforted her and preached to her the truth of the Dharma. She was awakened and immediately entered the first stage of enlightenment. Eventually, she became an Arahat, the awakened one. What would she do if Buddha immediately answered, "Oh, life is impermanent. Your child will not come back to life"? I'm sure that she went away with thinking, "Oh, this Buddha doesn't have the ability to revive my child. Let's find another sacred person." This story tells us that the miracle or even truth answer is not always become a real solution. It is only the real teacher who can guide the person to notice truth reality by oneself. Even if people today do not know Buddhism, they know theoretically that there is a scientific fact of impermanence in this universe, but what makes us truly aware that impermanence is my own problem is only by practicing Buddha Dharma. Buddha is encouraging us to knowing first our true form, then live by relying upon Buddha Dharma. In closing, we should remind Shinran Shonin's famous words in his Tannisho as follows. Buddha's sense of care was solely for myself, Shinran, alone. Buddha's sense of care was solely for myself, Shinran, alone. These never be the words that are the result of analyzing the contents of the teachings and generalizing them. What does Shinra Shonin try to tell? That we are all one with the Dharma. So tell us to become ourselves your own right. Our own right. To become ourselves our own right. That's why I say always the name Butsu, Namo Amida. Because Namo Amida, Namo Amida, Namandava. I entrust myself to the inconceivable wisdom of Buddha that attributes boundless light, which can handle any evil karmas onto the light path. Namo Amida. Would you please join me in meditation? We received a letter from Renya Shonin 600 years ago, entitled 80,000 Sutras. It had been said that those who do not know the matter of life and death are ignorant persons, even though they may well burst 80,000 sutras and their commentaries. Instead, those who have resolved the matter of life and death are described as a wise person, even if they are illiterated men or women. Therefore, in Shin Buddhism, as mainstream Mahayana, we emphasize that those who study various teachings will end in vain if they are ignorant for knowing why Shakyamuni Buddha recited the nimbus. Hence, Shinra Shonin said that no man or woman will ever be awakened without the emergence of individual Buddha nature, the Shinji, which through the profound Nembutsu experience. For this reason, those who tearing ourselves out of our ego's grasp and unreliable livings of self-power, and solely rely upon Buddha's awakening words, the Myogo as proof, which reveals itself as the Nembutsu for guiding anyone beyond their inherent behavior and toward the assured course of awakening. They will encounter the moment fulfilled in ultimate peace and joy, 10 out of 10, and 100 out of 100, regardless of social status. There should not be any doubt about this. Anakashiko, Anakashiko. These venerable and awe-inspiring words are originally wasted on beings such as I. With reverence, I humbly remain. Please repeat after me. Namo Amida. Namo Amida. Namo Amida. Kindness and gratitude beyond human words that coming alive here and now. Nam.
Please everyone rise for singing the closing Gatha, Namo Amida Butsu, verses 1 and 3.
Namo Amida.
Namo Amida Butsu.
Namo Amida.
Namo Amida Butsu.
Namo
Samannav, 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 Samannav.